Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsyreplays and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the American Tier 8 premium tank, the Chrysler K, which has returned back in stores. And if I'm honest, it's come back at a very reasonable price. 8,000 gold for the tank or 9,500 for fully equipment and etc. So 8,000 gold, I think is a very, very good price. Now, we're going to look at the stats at the Chrysler K. The DPM is 2,144. The penetration is very low. It's actually one of the lowest in the tier. The same as the T32. I think it's pretty much the same gun at 198. Alpha is 310. Reload is 8.68. And the aim time very good at 1.9. Dispersion 0.32. And the gun depression is 10 degrees. But the armor is the turret armor 254. In fact, it's got a better turret armor than the Object 252U, which everyone says is completely OP. So it has better armor overall than the Object 252U. However, the gun depression, as I said, the 10 degrees, that is not 10 degrees at the front. I mean, at the front, it's very poor. I mean, you're probably looking at around 4 or 5 degrees gun depression at the front. However, you can get the 10 degrees of gun depression when you are going at from the side. Of course, when you are going from the side, you are then angled enough for them to penetrate you. I mean, this tank is very good at side scraping. It is very good at hold down because of that armor. And when this first come out, people did rage a bit that it is completely OP. It's not. It really is not OP. I can definitely 100% confirm that. I mean, we can get penetrated by everyone. There's the T44, easily penetrated. We get easily penetrated from tier 7s. It's the bottom plate, they can easily penetrate. The turret, okay, is very strong, which is a tier 8 heavy. Turrets are supposed to be strong. So I think it's more people complained because this was the whole embargo with What PC, with Surfosh, and all that. And people just thought, with it coming into Blitz, it's OP. But it really is not. It's got the worst penetration in tier 8 along with the T32. And because of that, I would rather lose a bit of armor and give it more penetration, because you do have to shoot a lot of gold in this tank, especially against those tier 9s. So, but for 8,000, it's still a nice tank. For 8,000 gold, it's still a very, very nice tank. Now, the tank is actually very big. When I first got the tank, I was actually surprised how big the tank is. And a lot of the time, you can't put the armor to good use because you need to. You're going to see in the next couple of battles, it's the same as this. Even here, to get my gun down to get this T5041, I have to go it sideways. And because I'm going sideways, I become exposed and my armor becomes quite weak. So that battle we finish on 3k damage. You're looking at around 3k damage, you're going to earn around 70,000 credits, which isn't bad. It's not the best, but it isn't bad. So that was the first battle. I mean, I played this for quite a while trying to get some footage. And the best footage I could get, the highest damage, is I think the next battle. And it's mainly because there's an AFK. But I didn't really get good damage. I was playing okay, but I just couldn't pump out that damage. So it's definitely not OP. And people that come against it, maybe in tier 7, might say it's OP. But go buy the tank. Once you bought the tank, then tell me it's OP, because it's not. And it's a nice tank, and you're getting a very nice tank for a very reasonable price. For a tier 8, especially nowadays, the prices of some tanks. I mean, look at here, the IS. Look at the angle that I have to go up to get my gun out. And he could easily shoot my sides. This AMX 1390 decides to do a kind of YOLO run, which is, he could have cost the enemy the game. Maybe we would have still won anyway. But it's very quick as well. It's very quick for a heavy tank. It's really quick. I mean, I was faster than the Super Persian on my team getting up to this middle position. So it's very quick for a medium heavy tank, which is nice. But to be honest, it's the gun depression is at the front is what really if it had 10 degrees of gun depression at the front, then I would probably call this tank OP. I mean, look, here, we can get our gun down enough from the side, but we have to basically show our side to get our gun down, which then you can't really hold down because you're just exposing your side. So we are going to do a little YOLO run here just to clear the light tank, and then we're going to back up. Again, the Super Persian can penetrate our bottom plate, no problem whatsoever. And now we are going to rush in because this AMX is rushing. It's 4 against 4, so we need to take this tank out whilst he is not looking at me. I'm not too worried about the IS in that corner. Obviously, he's not a good player if he's just sat in that position for the whole battle. So the Super Persian is going to take out our AMX, but by now he is on a reload. I should reload before him and we can penetrate him. I mean, look how red that bottom plate is. The bottom plate on the Super Persian is strong anyway. And I mean, here we have the T28 prototype. We're not even going to try and pen him with AP because it's just not going to happen frontally. So now he's coming out at an angle. We can shoot him on his side. And again, we are angled and he can penetrate me with no problem. We're going to try and side scrape a little bit, but we are just over side scraping, and it's just, we're over angling and there's just no chance. So still not a bad battle, but hopefully that battle you could clearly see how much we have to actually angle to get the gun down. So just please don't look at the stats in game or on Blitz Stars and think, wow, 10 degrees of gun depression, because it really isn't. It's, as I've said, it's about 4 or 5 degrees gun depression at the front. So that is a big, that's probably why everyone thought the tank was OP, because of that gun depression. And it makes all the difference, because with that strong armour, if you had 10 degrees of gun depression over the front, that armour would just be impenetrable. You would not be able to penetrate that. So 10 degrees at the side, but you need to angle really quite a lot to get that gun depression. So third and final battle, we are on Port Bay, and this is a pretty good battle, like team-wise. I mean, there's 3 of us. Me and the CDC, we both, I think, end up on a first class, and I do actually get annoyed because every time I go to shoot someone or go to try and kill someone, just as I shoot, someone else gets the kill. So we're going to go round, and we haven't spotted, well, there's one tank spotted by the C area, and as we was just about to go to the middle, we do spot an IS-3. Now, one thing I do every single battle, if we flank around and we don't open up any of the tanks, I always go by the enemy spawn, if you can. If it's not going out your way, always go by the enemy spawn, because you never know, there could be an AFK. And I mean, a minute into the game, who knows that this IS-3 could have had connection problems. So it's very good, and we're not taking too long to take him out. I mean, there's 5 of us here all shooting this IS-3. So taking him out very early, it's a tier 8 heavy, was a good decision. Now we have one tank that is dead, which is the FCM. He was also AFK on our team. So 1 AFK per team. I think our FCM did come back alive, but it was a bit too late. And now we can deal with this. I mean, here's the first kill. I'll reload. Just as I shoot, the charioteer can take him out. So there is now 2 tanks down in the image. They're capping base B. We have the T-34-2 here. We have an IS-6, and now we're going to have an RU-251. And always do, if you're not shooting, don't use your gun depression. I mean, just come back, and I mean, there's a second kill, the charioteer again. So if you're not going to shoot, I mean, here we are not going to shoot this IS-6 yet. So always go up a ridge frontally. Don't go up sideways until you are reloaded, and then you can turn to get that gun depression down, because you're just exposing your sides, and it's going to just make it easy. There's another kill. I was just about to ram, and the CDC decided to take him out. So that is like 3 kills I missed out on, and we're going to get another one here because the T-34 Rudy, I'm just about to go and ram him, and as soon as I get there, I do literally just tap him, but the CDC again takes him out. So I've lost out on like 4 kills this battle. 4 kills just because I was just a 0.2 seconds too slow. We do manage to finally get a kill though, and it now just leaves this T54 Mod 1. There is 3 of us, the KV3 and the CDC, so I'm going to get behind him. There's no point me sitting in front because there is 2 other tanks. So I'm just going to sit behind to make sure he's not going to go anywhere, because they are winning on supremacy points and it would be easy for him just to run away. So we do take him out. We end up on 3.2k damage. So that is the Chrysler K. 8,000 gold. I probably wouldn't recommend buying the 9,500. If you've got credits, then it's totally pointless to get the full equipment. I mean, if you've got no credits, then maybe it's worth getting that 9,500 bundle. But 8,000 gold, I think, is a very reasonable price for this tank. So I'm Meadsy69. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you soon. Bye-bye.